Hi everyone, a very good morning to all of you. We have been discussing for so many days everything all about mathematical physics or the basic mathematics which is required for the solving physics. And now in this session we are going to discuss our last topic and one of the most important also in many chapters, especially your next chapter motion in a plane, in that it will come. So from now onwards, from motion in a plane onwards, you will get huge application of vectors in solving numericals, also in understanding concepts. So first thing what we should understand is what is the meaning of vector. See, you take the whole science, there are many physical quantities. Or you take only physics, there are many physical quantities. What is the meaning of physical quantity? You have studied in units and dimension. Physical quantity is nothing but a quantity which can be measured. Which can be measured. You can measure it. Happiness, sadness, you cannot measure it. How much? You cannot say exactly 20, 30. But what is your weight? What is your height? What is the distance? What is the force? So these are the quantities you can measure and you can say exactly 20, 30, 1.5 something. So those kind of quantities we call it as physical quantities. And physical quantities, when you consider the physical quantity, it is divided into two types. One is scalar, another one is vector. Scalar and vector. Here vector, when you consider, scalar, when you consider, both have magnitude. What is the meaning of magnitude? See, my height is 160 centimeters. That 160 is called magnitude of the height. Or displacement of the particle is 20 meter. That 20 is magnitude. So you take scalar quantity or vector quantity. Physical quantity we divided into two types. And those two types must have some magnitude. Then only you can measure. That's why we can call them as physical quantity. But for scalar, there is no direction. But for vector, there is always a direction. So a quantity which can be measured but there is no direction. A quantity which can be measurable but no direction, then it is called scalar. For example, in physics if you consider, there are a lot of examples like distance, work, energy, so on. So these are the quantities, these kind of quantities, like they doesn't have any specific direction. Work, you have to lift something from here to here. You can lift directly, you can lift like this, you can lift like this. There is no specific direction for work. There is no specific direction for energy. There is a quantity, amount, but no specific direction. But if you consider vector like displacement, force, acceleration, linear momentum, so many quantities will come. So velocity, like first displacement. What is the direction of displacement? Always from initial point to final point. Particle started here, went like this, like this, like this, like this, finally reached. This is the total path. But this is the initial, this is the final position. Then this will become the displacement vector. So there is some magnitude amount. There is also specific direction. That's why it is called vector. So a vector is something which can be measurable as well as it has some particular direction. That is called vector quantity. Right? So now we need to understand about this vector. So what are all the things we will study here mainly. So that let us see first. See, first thing what we will study is representation of vector. This is the one thing. The next thing is magnitude of vector. Then finding unit vector. Then addition of vectors. There itself subtraction also comes using two different laws, triangular law and parallelogram law. What are all those things? We will study in detail. Then next thing we required is product of vectors. You cannot multiply, you cannot add like two numbers. Suppose two forces, 4 Newton, 3 Newton acting on a body, on a particle. Then what is the net force or resultant force means? You should not say 4 plus 3 7 always. It can be anything between particular range. What is that range? Why is it so? Those things we need to understand. You cannot simply add like numbers because their direction matters. And you can also not multiply like a numbers. There is specific method. There are two methods, scalar product and vector product. So all these things we need to understand. But before that, we need to know two more definitions also. That is, one is zero vector and another one is, or you can also say null vector. The other one is unit vector. See, zero vector or null vector. What is zero vector or null vector means? Zero vector or null vector means a vector whose magnitude is zero. Means like zero force. The resultant force is suppose 0. Then the magnitude of the force on the body is 0. But force is a vector. Even though it is having 0 magnitude, it is vector quantity. Then in that case we will say that it is a null vector or zero vector. Or else you started here, went to another point. This is your displacement. But you came back. Then what is your displacement? Initial and final position same. Displacement is 0. But displacement is a vector quantity. So that you will say that zero displacement. Or that is nothing but null vector. But null vector of displacement. That's it. So zero or null vector is a vector whose magnitude is 0. Now let us take unit vector. Unit vector means a vector whose magnitude is exactly 1. Whose magnitude is exactly 1. So 1 is 0 or null, whose magnitude is 0. Another is unit vector whose magnitude is 1. So here unit vector is a vector whose magnitude is always 1, and if you multiply anything like a scalar with unit vector, the magnitude does not change. Do you understand the meaning what I said? If you multiply a scalar, one number, with unit vector, then the magnitude of that scalar remains same. Only its direction changes. So unit vector purpose is to represent the direction. To represent the direction. Like there are 3 unit vectors we are having. I cap, j cap, k cap. See, if bar is there, this is vector. If cap is there, then it is unit vector. Bar represents vector notation. Cap represents unit vector notation. So these are the 3 unit vectors which we have taken as fundamental or basic unit vectors to represent the well-known 3 directions. What are all the 3 directions we are having? X, Y and Z. But in actual, if you consider direction, there is east, west, north, south, east, north, south, west, suppose, like this. Just take it like this. East, west, north, south. Then there also upward and downward. So that only we will take it like east north is like x negative x. North south is like y minus y. Up means like this it will come. Like this. Down means inward. Outward, inward. Either you can say on the board outward, inward, or here upward, downward. Because in the numerical they will mention like that, outward, inward, upward, downward also. North, east, anything. Then, see I am representing with dot. So this is our Z. So these are the existing directions. So x direction we represent with I cap and negative x direction we represent with minus I cap. North direction we represent with j cap. South direction we represent with minus j cap. Z direction we represent with k cap. Negative z direction we represent with minus k cap. See why minus? Because one direction if you take positive, opposite direction is always negative. That's why east is positive and west is negative. That's why east is I cap, west is minus I cap. You may have one question like why to represent like this? Why? Because to represent a vector, the first thing, representation of a vector. Suppose you consider a force is acting 20 Newton on a body along x direction. So force of 20 Newton, the magnitude is 20 Newton acting on a particle along x axis. Then this same 20 Newton you can write like this: F bar equal to 20 I cap. So when they have given like this, you will understand that a force of 20 Newton acting along I cap, because I cap represents only direction, because it is only unit vector. But I cap is a unit vector in which direction? X direction. That's why you can conclude, if they give like this, a force of 20 Newton acting along x axis. Or else same thing, if they give minus 20 I cap, then you will say that the same force is acting on the body, same 20 Newton, but along negative x direction. That is the difference. So please try to understand the representation. Or suppose you travel towards east, like in kinematics you solved some questions. First you traveled towards east. So your displacement is suppose some 10 meter. But same displacement, if you have to represent like a vector, then you have to write S bar equal to 10. 10 meter is your magnitude of displacement. But along east, east means what? I cap. So this way the representation of vector depends upon direction. Suppose you have traveled up. So started here, went upward direct by 5 meters suppose. Then upward means z direction. So k cap. So what is the displacement vector? 5 k cap. You have traveled a distance of 5 meter. Along upward means what? Z direction. So k cap. So this way a vector quantity can be represented in the vector form using the unit vectors along I cap, j cap and k cap. But here we are directly saying the particle is along x, the vector is along x or y or z. So you are simply saying. But what if the vector is not along? What if the vector is not along x, not along y, not along z? The vector can be along any direction. See, like for example, the vector is along like this. You are not moving along east, you are not moving along north. You are moving in between north and east, between somewhere. Suppose you travel some 8 meter or 10 meter. Then you cannot say this is 10 I cap or 10 j cap or 10 k cap, because this is not along x, not along y, not along z. It is in between x and y. So a vector can be along x, a vector can be along y, a vector can be along z. Also a vector can be in xy plane, a vector can be in yz plane, a vector can be in xz plane, a vector can be in space, that is xyz space, 3 dimension. Or else you can say that a vector can be one dimensional along x or y or z. One direction, one dimension. A vector may be in plane xy or yz or zx. Then 2-dimensional vector. Or a vector can be in 3-dimensional in space, like this. Then 3 directions will be there. Vector will be somewhere in between x, y, z. then it is three-dimensional vector. So how to represent all those vectors we need to understand first. But to represent every vector, maybe one-dimensional or two-dimensional or three-dimensional, we require unit vectors along x, y, z, along x I cap, along y j cap, along z k cap. So this is what the unit vectors. Now if you consider let's take x, y and z. So first a vector along positive x, a vector along positive x whose magnitude is something k. Magnitude is k, but direction is along positive x. Then k I cap. Then a vector along negative x this way minus k I cap, or else k into minus I cap, anything. A vector along positive y axis, that is k j cap, magnitude into unit vector along that direction. A vector along negative y axis minus k j cap. A vector along positive z axis, a vector along positive z axis, that is plus k cap. Don't get confused, because magnitude is k, unit vector is also k. Please don't get confused. K is magnitude, k cap is unit vector along z direction. Then a vector along negative z axis, then it will become minus k cap. So these are the 6 vectors which comes under one dimensional. All comes under one dimensional vectors. Right? Now similar way, there are also two dimensional vector. Two dimensional vector means what? Vector may lie in xy plane or yz plane or zx plane. Like you take this duster. See here. This is x. This is y. This is z. Suppose x, y, z. X, y, z. Anything. Right? Now this is x. This is y. Or else you take this is x, this is y. Okay. X, y and this is z. Like this. Say x, y and this is z. Inward. Now this is xy plane. xy plane. Now this is z, this is x. So this side is xz plane. This is x, this is z. Sorry, this is yz plane. This is y, this is z. So this is yz plane. Now this is x, this is z. So this will become xz plane. xy plane. y, z, yz plane. x, z. This is xz plane. So there are 3 planes are possible. So xy plane, there are 2 terms will be there. One is I, one is j, or one is j and k. One is k and another is I. This is xy plane. This is yz plane. This is zx plane. So plane means there may be a vector in ij, there may be a vector in jk, there may be a vector in ki. Right? But not just simply ij. The combination is different. I will show for xy plane. Take this. This is x, y, minus x, minus y. This is I cap, this is j cap, this is minus I cap, this is minus j cap. But a vector can be in xy in first region. A vector may be in xy second region, third region, fourth region. So if the vector is in first region here like this, then plus I cap plus j cap, plus I cap plus j cap. But if the vector is in second region, then minus I cap plus j cap form. Magnitude I am not writing, just general representation. Like you can take minus x I cap plus y j cap. X can be anything, y can be anything. Similarly, if the vector is in third region, then minus I cap or minus x I cap minus y j cap. Similarly, in fourth region, plus x I cap minus y j cap. So again, there are four combinations possible. So, similar way, there are four combinations possible in YZ. There are four combinations possible in ZX plane. So 4, 4, 4. Total 12 different kind of combinations possible for vector representation in plane. Maybe plus I plus j, maybe plus j plus k, or plus k plus I, or plus k minus I, or minus j plus k, so on. So this way, depending upon the region, in one plane there are four different representations. So that's why whenever you are representing the vector, you need to understand whether it is one dimensional or two dimensional or three dimensional. Whether it is in first region, second region or third region or fourth region. All these things you need to understand. Right? Then only we can do the vector representation properly. But this representation of vector in plane, we will continue in the coming class in detail. Today, I conclude and I suggest you that you stick to only one dimension. Here just I gave you idea. Tomorrow or in the coming class, we will continue with that. Then you will understand in a better way. But you just take about only this one. Representation of vector in one dimension. That is along any one direction. Right? Thank you.